$950,000 in New York City. What does that actually buy you? Is it a shoebox studio? Or can you actually get a real one bedroom with some breathing room? Today, I'm walking you through an actual apartment at this exact price point. Layout, building amenities, monthly costs, all of it. So if you're relocating to New York City and trying to figure out what your budget really gets you, you'll know exactly what to expect before you start touring. Let's get into it. If you're watching this because you're actually thinking about making a move to New York, whether that's in the next few months or you're just starting to research, I want you to know that's exactly who I make these videos for. I talk to people every single week who are relocating to this city, from other states, from overseas, from other boroughs even, and they've got the same questions you probably have right now. What does my budget actually get me? Which neighborhoods make sense? What's this whole co-op versus condo thing about? If that's you, I genuinely love to help. All my contact information is right in the description below. Shoot me a message, no pressure, just a real conversation about what you're looking for. Okay, let's go inside this apartment. Let's start with the vitals, because this is what everyone wants to know. This apartment is listed at $950,000. It's a studio, one bathroom, co-op. That works out to roughly $6,059 a month, estimated monthly payment, which for context is right around the current average for a studio in this neighborhood. The monthly fee often already includes your property taxes and sometimes even heat and water, which surprises a lot of people moving from other markets where that's not how it works. So first, location. Because in New York, location isn't just a feature. It basically is the product. This building sits on West 11th Street between 4th and Bleecker, right in the heart of the West Village. If you're relocating and don't know the neighborhoods yet, the West Village is considered one of the most desirable and expensive pockets in Manhattan. Cobblestone adjacent charm, pre-war townhouses, tree canopies in the summer, and it somehow still feels quiet even though you're 2 blocks from Bleecker Street. For relocation buyers, here's what matters. This isn't a neighborhood you discover after moving here. It's a neighborhood people specifically moved to New York for. So if walkability, charm, and a slower, more residential feel inside a big city is what's pulling you to New York, this is a strong reference point for what that lifestyle costs. All right, let's actually walk through. This is a studio on the top floor of the building. And one of the first things you notice is the light. It has southern and western exposures, so it's bright basically all day, which matters more than people expect once they live through a New York winter in a dark apartment. The kitchen is a standout here. It's a renovated eat-in kitchen with 2 large south-facing windows, which is rare for a New York kitchen. Most of them are windowless galley kitchens. You've got a matte black backsplash, white cabinetry, and a brand new stainless steel oven. There's also a dishwasher, which, again, if you're new to apartment hunting here, is not a given in older buildings. So it's worth pointing out every time you see one. And there's a citywide view from the apartment. The floors are original hardwood, well maintained, which keeps that pre-war character intact. You've also got 2 oversized coat closets. And if you're relocating from a house with actual closets, you'll learn quickly that closet space in Manhattan is a genuinely selling point, not a throwaway detail. Here's a renovated bathroom, which matters because renovation costs get factored into pricing. In addition to a city view from the apartment, there's access to a shared garden in the building, which gives you outdoor space you don't often get at this price point in this neighborhood. There's bike storage and a private storage unit, subject to availability. Small thing, huge quality of life upgrade in a city where storage space is basically currency. So let's talk numbers and set real expectations, because this is usually the part relocation buyers care about most. At $950,000, you are buying square footage, not square feet times 10. This is a studio, meaning one main living space, not a separate bedroom. For a lot of people relocating from other cities, that's a mental adjustment, not just a financial one. You're not getting less value. You're getting the same dollar spread across less space because you're paying for the address, the light, the character, and the neighborhood. Compare that to $950,000 in most other major United States cities. And yes, you would likely get 2 or 3 bedrooms and probably parking. That's the trade-off of Manhattan, and specifically of a neighborhood like the West Village. You're not just buying square footage, you're buying into one of the most walkable, historic, in-demand pockets of the entire city. Now, because this is a co-op, I want to address the questions I get every single week from relocation buyers. First, can I even buy a co-op as an out-of-state or international buyer? Yes, in most cases, but you'll go through board approval, which typically includes a financial package review and a board interview. It's more involved than a typical home purchase, so budget extra time in your relocation timeline. Second, can I write this out if my plans change? This building allows subletting, so there is flexibility there, which is worth knowing if you're not 100% sure this will be a forever home. Third, pets and pied-à-terre use. This building allows both cats and dogs, and it does allow pied-à-terre ownership, meaning you don't have to make this your full-time primary residence if your relocation timeline is more gradual. Co-purchasing is also allowed, which matters a lot for relocation buyers who are buying with a partner, parent, or friend to strengthen their financial package. The biggest misconception I hear from people relocating here is that co-ops are impossible to buy into as an outsider. They're not. They just require more preparation. That's exactly the kind of thing I help people work through before they ever submit an offer. So who is this apartment realistic for? Honestly, this is a strong fit for a single relocation buyer or a couple who wants low maintenance city living, prioritizes neighborhood and light over square footage, and wants to be walking distance to some of the best restaurants, parks, and transit access in Manhattan. If you're relocating with a larger family, this specific layout won't be it. But this price point and neighborhood are still an important benchmark to understand before you start your search. One thing relocation buyers almost always miss: closing costs in New York City run higher than most of the country. Think 2 to 3% of the purchase price. That covers attorney's fees, board application and move-in fees, lien search fees, and bank or appraisal costs if you're financing. Factor that in before you fall in love with a place. No mansion tax here. The mansion tax kicks in at $1 million and up. At $950,000, this apartment falls just under that line. Worth mentioning in the video since it's a great teaching moment. And here's a case where staying under $1 million actually saves you a real tax. It's a co-op, not a condo. So there's no title insurance and no mortgage recording tax in the same way a condo purchase would have. Instead, co-op buyers pay things like a lien search fee, a UCC-1 filing fee, and often a board application or processing fee, plus a move-in deposit, which is building specific and sometimes refundable. 2 to 3% is a realistic range for a sub $1 million co-op purchase in Manhattan. Whether the buyer is financing or paying cash buyers trend toward the lower end since they skip bank-related fees. If this gave you a clearer picture of what your budget actually gets you in the city, my whole channel is built around exactly this. Real numbers, real walkthroughs, real answers for people relocating to New York. Check out the videos on your screen right now for more. And if you're serious about your move, my contact information is in the description below. I love to help you figure out your next step.